Okay, so let's talk about the business traction then. If we'll put the valuation aside. We had you on 6 months ago. You had just finished a fundraising round then. Tell us about the business traction you've gotten in the last 6 months. How much revenue are you even at right now?
I'm not able to share revenue numbers, but yeah, look, listen, it's going really well. I think this is a one of, if not the biggest platform shift in the history of marketing. I think in the future, and the future, not so distant future, that every marketer on the planet is going to care deeply about how AI talks about their brand, products, and services. And they're also going to use AI and agents to do better marketing in that same future. And our platform Profound speaks to both of those predictions. Um, and yeah, we only launched 18 months ago. You're correct. Sequoia Capital led our Series B in the summer of last year. And yeah, Lightspeed Venture Partners just led a $96 million Series C at a $1 billion valuation. But really, yeah, it is a reflection of the growth that we've seen. We now work with over 10% of the Fortune 500, some of the biggest companies on the planet. We have thousands of marketers relying on the software that we built.
And so they're using your software to basically study how their brands show up at present in all of these chatbot results, and then you're offering them ways to basically improve how they show up. Is that right?
It's a good question. Yeah. So I think when we announced the Series C this week, it was really to celebrate the launch of Profound Agents, and that speaks to the second part that you mentioned. So
Right.
really, we what happened is we began as a platform, really with the idea of like, okay, let's pull back the curtain and help big companies understand how AI talks about them and how AI surfaces their brand, product, surfaces. So if I ask, ChatGPT or Gemini, what's the best CRM? Does it mention HubSpot? Does it mention Salesforce? What does it say? How frequently does it mention them? But what we found over time is, and it was a good thing, we had huge, enormous market pool and we became the category leader there. But what our customers were doing is taking all of that data and all of the rich insights from our platform and then using like content orchestration and content automation tooling as the sort of next part of their stack. So what we've now done is folded that all into Profound. So we've essentially built a second startup in the last 3 months, which we've coined as Profound Agents.
Right. And
Agent,
the idea here being that it's not just how people view your results in the chatbots, it's how agents are perceiving your information and your company basically based on what's on the internet.
yeah, it's kind of both. So I mean, it's being able to build. Our view is that when you have all of these rich insights, the next thing you want to do is that there's no silver bullet. There's the thing you need to do is do marketing. You have to
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to create high quality content and distribute that high quality content, and you need to speak to the long tail, which platforms like ChatGPT like to pull from the long tail of the index. And yeah, the way in which we suggest the modern day marketer can do that is by building and customizing their own agentic workflows that can draw from the data and help them create content, do better reporting, and basically do more with less.
And so
So
if I hear you correctly, you're basically helping you're telling your customers you should be using agents to create that content and create it in real time that is customized to different customer profiles or uh, different agents that are browsing the web type of thing.
it can be, yeah, content creation, but also analysis. We've built, let's say, super intricate agents, for example, that do extremely complex competitive analysis in our platform. So really the beauty of Profound now is it's this workbench where you can customize agents to your business needs and kind of really, it's really an accelerant. And the point I'd make, and I think this is the same tune as a lot of companies and, different categories of AI, at the application layer, is that it is still very much human in the loop. We celebrate the marketer. We think there's a birth of a new marketing profile, which is the marketing engineer. And I think the marketing engineer will utilize a workbench like Profound to build, customize, and deploy hundreds,
Hmm.
maybe thousands of agents that help them do, better work more
Now,
efficiently.
since we had you on the show last, we have seen the AI labs introduce advertising into their platforms, or at least move closer to it in many ways. And I wonder if you think of advertising. So if I'm a brand and I'm choosing to invest in advertising to show up in ChatGPT, I mean that's one way that I could get my name out there. The other way is investing in a platform like yours, which is optimizing the ways in which they sort of naturally show up in the answer engines. Do you see these two paths as competitive? In other words, are you competing with advertising dollars and saying, don't do the ads, do us. We're actually a better ROI.
No, I see it quite the opposite. Absolutely, is complementary. So I think, if you look at any marketing team on the planet, they have paid strategies and organic strategies. That's been true for decades now. And frankly, I believe at some point you will build likely, we'll have ads functionality within Profound as well. So you'll be able to build advertising campaigns within Profound for these generative platforms. So really, we see ourselves as a workbench for the whole stack. Yeah, I think in the future, marketers will need incredible technology to win. And my view is that across the marketing org, marketers will rely on Profound to do their work.
Do you have a timeline for the ads products at all? That sounds pretty exciting.
It's in the oven, so it's like there's
Okay. In the
calories,
oven.
calories,
But
calories
the
being
oven's on.
burned.
That's the point. The oven is on.
Yeah, yeah, it's happening. Yeah, as we speak, downstairs.
Great.
I sit here in Manhattan, dialed in from Manhattan, and yeah, as we speak, there's engineers working on it. Yeah.
Great. Well, James, I want to thank you for coming on. That is James Cadwallader, the co-founder and CEO of Profound here on TITB.